forward to this all day, I can tell. Are you ready for this? I know he's been tearing up my heart for years. Give it up for Joey Fatone! Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Now remember, just because there's no strings attached, be gentle with him. His arm is in a sling. Give it up for Kirkpatrick!
Well, these are really awesome. No strings attached.
Hey Chris, why don't you wave to the people?
Good job. I feel like I'm SeaWorld. Oh wait, am I gonna get in trouble for that?
No, sorry. Now it's because of you that he's here. Give it up for Jeff Timmons!
Jeff is sexy.
I'm so glad Jeff's here.
Are you want to sit?
No, Jeff, sit right here.
Jeff, you want to sit? God, I need to work out.
Grab my hand.
Okay.
Hi,
You're welcome.
How does it feel to be here at night in front of all these fans, getting to meet them, hang out with them?
I feel
Awesome.
old.
You look old.
I feel old.
Well, you don't look that old.
I got.
You don't look as old as you are, actually.
I got Dr. Schultz in my shoes.
Still wearing the diaper?
Yeah, twice a day.
No, it's pretty amazing. I mean, look, to have a turnout like this and have been around as long as we've been around, some of us 25 plus years, to have a turnout like this, it's an honor. And it's an honor for me to be up here with these guys. I mean, to be hanging out with guys in my peer group, NSYNC, as successful as they are. I love it.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's honestly, thank you guys for being out here. If it wasn't for you guys, seriously, thank you.
There's nothing like being in a boy band, so what can you tell us about those days and that time? I'm sure fame with that is crazy.
A lot of flatulence. That age.
What are you talking about flatulence already?
Like on tour, you know?
Joey's life is flatulence. What does that word even mean?
I don't know. I'm trying
A
to.
lot of syllables. Jeff, what do you think? You're the serious one.
No,
Watch.
Yeah, okay. Well, it was a great time, and I told you. No, we had a blast. I mean, look, I think that we all were, influenced by a bunch of vocal groups. Boy band really wasn't a term when any of us formed our groups, right?
So you guys came along.
No, but look, it ended up being something that became endearing for us, right? And at first we had heard boy band, and there was a connotation that you're affiliated with being put together, and you're not really talented, and all you do is dance. And Lord knows we couldn't dance, but
We could.
But to be associated with acts that sell millions of records and have fans like yourselves all over the world and travel the world and live your dreams, it's above and beyond, I think, any of our expectations.
Speaking of all over the world, one of our favorite times
I was just about to
was
say
about
that.
when we all first started. You guys started in the States.
We did.
We started in Europe, and we did a Smash Hits tour through the UK, and they're like, oh, these guys, who are these guys? Put them on first. It was like 30 bands. I mean, the group 5 was after us, for God's sakes. And I was like, so they would, don't clap at that.
We slammed on the funk. Is that it?
Slam dunk the funk. Yeah. They had guys in their band named Abs, and we had guys in our band named Keggers. Keggers. But they were on tour with us, and they got to do the tour. And like I said, we were thrown out first, and we were the only 2 really American bands on there. So we got to meet them early on. They were amazing to us. It was so much fun hanging out, making fun of all the other bands together.
It was a blast. It was like, and that's what before we even really started getting popular, any of us. And I just remember how cool these guys were. But also, I swear, getting up.
The moon and the stars in the sky. I'll be there.
Anyway, we were just singing vocals. We all 90 degrees, if anybody knows. We were just balladeers. And these guys got up and they did this thing with like. They had astronauts outfits on. Like they took their helmets off and did like.
No, that
this,
was just Lance.
They did this crazy.
He came out. It was big difference.
Lance always inspired to go to space from day one.
But they killed the routine. They did a dance routine. The crowd went crazy, and I was like,
We didn't call them routines.
I was like, whatever they do, like I was like, please don't let these guys come to the States. Like as soon as they were gonna get there, we knew that they were gonna be, just the biggest thing in the world, and they were, So, but and rightfully so, they deserve it.
You guys have like a favorite and memorable fan interaction from that
You mean, were we attracted to a memorable fan? Were we memorably fan attracted? Like, you mean a fan encounter, like weird?
Yeah, there's buzz.
Some of them are in here right now, so I don't know if I can talk about it. And you know who you are, so just shh.
I know there's a few of them.
And some of them.
But we got the crazy of, going down the hallway to our hotel, and all of a sudden the security guard was like, stop for a second. We're like, what? And then there was a room service table, and when they lifted up the curtain, there was two lovely ladies hiding underneath there. And they were
Or
like,
they hit the
"Hi!"
panels in the ceiling and two girls fall out.
Did that happen to you?
Yeah.
Anything happen to you, Jeffrey?
Yeah, we had that too. The food carts where we order breakfast, especially overseas, they would sneak in underneath the carts and go to eat your eggs, and all somebody like, hey!
Feel a hand on your leg.
What about the time that you had the lady wrote "I love Chris" and it was a roll of loose leaf paper and it was rolled out in the hall. No, it was in the hallway, remember? And it said "I love Chris," but they were written. Oh, sign language, I love it.
It was written 35,000 times. It was, I love Chris, I love Chris, I love Chris, I love Chris. But it was years ago, got that one.
It was crazy because it was down the hallway and it literally said "I love Chris," but it was like one loose leaf paper. I said loose leaf paper. It said the letter I, but the letter I wrote "I love Chris" around it in different colors. So think about how long it took her to do that. She was like, I wrote this 875,000 times. And
It's my wife now.
Good.
We can't talk to you guys without talking about the wars against NSYNC and Backstreet
All the
Boys
time.
here. But we already know, and you guys have said this, that you guys
We
are
won.
getting along.
We're actually, two of us are actually here and they're not.
Oh, the gauntlet has been dropped.
I hit a soft spot. Sorry, kids. Actually, they're working. That's actually the
Yeah, that's the difference.
At least
They're working. We're here and they're working. Who wins?
But were there any bands that weren't actually getting along that we didn't know about?
5.
We kind of had a little battle with fire.
Yeah, we had your backs too. We were gonna stand down while they pushed 5 over us, but you guys were freaking 98 degrees. You held your own.
Yeah, we're like, yeah, they're buff and they're gonna beat you up.
Better stop talking about them. I'm gonna go tell on you.
So what happened exactly? We were in a
So
bar.
we were doing, so part of that Smash Hits tour is they had a new artist competition, and it was us against 5, right? Well, they were 5's from the UK, so naturally we had 0 chance of winning.
The weird thing was there were 6 of them. The UK, it's a different number system over there.
That's true.
But anyway, those guys were like constantly, it was silly, like they were like acting all tough. We're all singing love songs and stuff like that. So it's a little corny, but they were coming after us and acting like they were gonna kick our asses, and then we'll see how she signs that. and
What is this, by the way? Thank you. Yes, it is.
Wait, is that a real thing, or that really
No, it
means
is.
that?
That really means bullshit. Sorry. Sorry, kids.
So anyway, so 5, we were all having drinks or whatever in the pub or whatever at the hotel, and 5 said we were having pints in the pub, and 5 was acting like they were gonna kick our butts, and I didn't drink back then, believe it or not. If there was a time, you can even imagine that. But anyhow, I left and heard that they wanted to fight us, so I stormed back down and challenged the tough guy, Rich. Yeah.
Well,
His
I
name was Rich.
It was weird because it was a lot of like arguing. We all just stood there like this. It's like the Jets.
Yeah, I
and
went
Sharks.
down after him.
That's what's gonna happen, sir. And then touch it. Is it the heat? Oh, I don't care. I'll sit Jeff sit next to me.
You have one
Look
job,
how
bro.
he is. Dude, is that a sea cup? That's amazing. Sorry.
It's like I'm
So yes, so we've had to answer your question, we never really had a rival with the Backstreet Boys. It was weird, it was more of a separate us and don't talk about them, or we won't talk about you. You keep squeezing, something's gonna happen.
I thought something happened earlier. That's why I was looking at you. I was like, Joey,
I'll let you know, you know.
we're in a confined space here.
So yeah, it wasn't really like a bad thing, really. I think you had some beef with AJ, but that was because of a girl.
Yeah. Me and AJ wanted to fight.
But you squashed it.
No, that's not true. I wanted to fight AJ. He didn't want to fight me. It was stupid. He's one of my good friends now. But he knows what it is.
He knows what he did.
He knows what he did.
Yeah.
I don't look how I said that like a tough guy. Nobody's scared of me.
Well, I know NSYNC just celebrated their 25th anniversary.
That means they're 28. I'm sorry.
Did you guys connect over that, reminisce, talk?
No.
Connected over the band, I thought. Like that was the connection point. Oh, you mean over the, yeah. Oh, yeah.
On the 20th.
Chris, you know what's so funny? Lance is actually the one that really does a lot of times. He'll post or he'll text us and be like, hey, happy No Streets Dash Day. Happy single
Happy Margarita Day.
Hey, brother.
Happy landed on the moon day.
Lance passing out ass.
Astronaut Nominus. Okay.
But yeah, no, I think he did a lot of that.
We always, I mean, we follow our social medias kind of for the most part. So, we see these things and it's like, oh wow, this was the 56th anniversary of when we did this, or things. I think more than anything, it just makes us feel old.
Yeah.
Especially also like, what the heck is this Instagram thing? Makes no sense to me.
But we're on a group text as well. I mean, as far as the guys are concerned, the five of us actually are. We still do like merch stuff, so we're always saying yes and no to things. But I messaged Justin on Instagram, and he hasn't messaged me back.
None of us messaged Joey back. Joey's the only one on our group text that when he texts, there's like silence for like 2 weeks, and then JC will text someone hey, so anyways.
And everybody talks.
What about you, Jeff? Do you still talk to the guys?
Yeah, I'm the Joey of our group, so I can text the guys.
You're the Joey of our group right here.
We have some stuff coming up. I'm like, how about this for wardrobe? They could be like, hey, you're watching the Bearcats play? Everybody turns around.
I believe that.
Yeah, I know that 90's released some music, not super long ago. What is the plan for more? Is there a tour potentially with that coming?
Yeah, we're gonna do we're gonna release some music. We spent some time recording the last few months. We got some pretty good stuff. We love recording, even if it's not, we're not gonna go and go top 10 on the charts. Although, we did, end up in the top 40 or something like that, and then we released a Christmas song, this group so we still have the ability, we're number 5 last holiday season.
Yeah.
So we still have the ability based on the year to do well with the music, but I think we're gonna record, release some stuff, and then we're gonna do like 2 weeks in August and September.
Can I hear more of your voice than Nick Lackey?
Well,
Well, again, here's proof that, and Jeff's working as well.
Yeah.
And there's me and Joey.
Hey, how's your group doing, Chris?
Doing great. How are you, Joey?
I'm not doing anything.
Want to go play SeaWorld?
Sure, let's go do Chuck E. Cheese. That happens, kids.
Well, have there ever
Stadiums, Chuck E. Cheese.
Have there ever been discussions about continuing NSYNC on some level?
Nope.
We say
That's every
every
first person that's ever asked that
Right, ladies? Pretty much
in the last 10 seconds.
but I speak for everybody, including, us who are fans. I'm not just saying that because I'm next to these guys. I think it's overdue.
Talk to Lance. He's on the moon.
I don't know. I want to go to basketball. I don't know. Anyway, you know what? Honestly, it's one of
I'm
those things
thinking
where
about doing a reunion here soon. Y'all should come out with me. It's
What?
gonna be a good time.
the reality of it is obviously a lot of us are actually now parents. You know, Chris has Nash, Justin has his kids, Lance has twins, JC
You
has
know
no
the name
one.
of Justin's kids?
No. Sally and Bill. Right? What's your kid's name?
I know my kids.
What is it?
Already said it.
Tennessee? Nash. What's the twins' names? Lance's twins.
Jason and Jared.
Sorry, we're gonna have a whole conversation here, so.
Don't make Jeff, you might move in a second.
Well, speaking of your kids, when was the first time you guys introduced your band's music to your children?
Early on. I think for all of us, you know, again, it's funny because we're just proud to show our kids stuff, but it's really funny because at the age they're kind of like they're young, so they'll sing the song or whatever, but then as they get older, it's interesting because my daughter now, I have a 21-year-old and a 13-year-old, pretty big gap, crazy. But my 21-year-old now, it's really funny, before, you know, dad was somewhat cool, but dorky. Right. Is always good.
When were you ever somewhat cool?
When I was in a band called NSYNC. You know? Now I'm just dorky Joey. But yeah.
Because we get dad jokes now. It's like, it's a lot different. You tell a joke once you're a dad, then it automatically sucks because it's a dad joke. I think they're still funny, but apparently they're dad jokes.
Is there a dance from that era that, like, whenever you do it, or whenever you did it, you felt
Oh
sick?
yeah.
Yeah, it was the funky chicken.
No, it's the 98 degrees box step.
Box step.
How you demonstrate
That's
that?
the one set stage. You guys gotta do it with me.
Well, he's in the jail. We start with the left or the right. This is very difficult.
Give me just one night.
Oh, yeah.
Una noche.
I can't even do that.
Moments of being back. Look at Jeff. Jeff's not even singing. He's going.
That's how
One, two, three.
Una noche.
Three.
Scooby-Doo, hola, ¿cómo estás, señor?
Oh, look at you put some nips into it.
I'm starting to get loosened up.
See, I can't
Stick
even
around, I got more. But that's the 98 degrees box step.
Last time you did that?
Last week we
We were practicing in the lobby.
We, you know, me and Chris have done shows together, so sometimes we'll do like the chorus of Tearing Up My Heart or Bye 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 or something like that. So I mean, the chorus has definitely come back to us in our
What
heads.
did you do by
Yeah, go do it.
He came over his arm!
How do you think I got this?
You'll see
Same
that.
thing.
The other
It's all the mic. We actually sing.
So obviously there's some big girl bands coming around that time too. Did you guys have any crushes?
So many.
The All Saints.
All
All
Saints.
Saints, they're back at it too. All Saints, you guys know All Saints?
What? I heard the song. You know what I heard? You know what I heard earlier? Yep. Earlier was Jennifer Page, Crush.
Oh,
I had a crush on her too.
Was it
What about Aqua?
Oh,
Aqua.
Shut up.
That's a band, right?
You know the Smash Hits Roadshow?
We're gonna smash this door.
Good groups. No, it's weird. You know, it's jeez, we're just going
Mr.
down.
President?
It's going down. Mr. President? These are European groups that were
this
on
is-
these
That's
these
Club
floors.
7, right? That's Club 7.
But you don't know Mr. President? Ay, Coco Jumbo.
Maybe the Spice Girls?
Spice Girls, of course.
So I was a Spice Girl. I was Jerry. I was a fan of Jerry's. I did have a crush on Jerry.
Oh, I thought you were calling yourself Jerry Spice.
Yes. I'm Paprika Spice.
Like, no, it's geriatrics. That's Jerry Spice.
Zoloft Spice.
You get creams for all these spices we have.
Well, I want to get into some fan questions, but before I do that, I do want to know, obviously boy bands aren't what they used to be. Do you think they're...
Yeah, they're younger.
Yes. But do you think there could ever be a resurgence in kind of the way that we used to see them?
Absolutely. I mean, music's cyclical, especially in the States. I mean, they don't go away in like Southeast Asia, or obviously K-pop's a phenomenon, and UK always has their their crop, but of boy bands. But U.S. it's cyclical here. It's definitely gonna come back at some point. I think there's always there
Well, you
always
look at New Kids, then you look at, Backstreet, you look at 90’s, you look at NSYNC, you look at O-Town, just saying all these people, there's these boy bands, we do dance, not like we're, I'm not saying.
One Direction. One Direction is probably one of my favorites.
Is it?
What about the, what are the brothers? Jonas Brothers. Is that what they're a boy band, right?
I like Joe.
I count.
It is kind of strange though because, you know, I'm a big One Direction fan, and you look at, they were all put together, but meaning they were the best, like O-Town. And I'm on tour with O-Town, and I see it, and you see these guys, and like in every song, a different guy gets up and belts out this amazing song, and you know, with us, me and Joey stood in the back, and Justin, you know, JC would do their thing or whatever, but it wasn't, to me it was like cool because, and same with them. You know, it was a lot of, man, come on, that's my part. Joey just sang everything he sang on our first two albums.
When I found A-E, oh, and sometimes why.
No, but it's cool because you look at One Direction, and each one of them came out with an album now, which is our main. I mean, Harry Styles just won Album of the Year, you know, for what he did. It's amazing to hear those albums. We were, and same with 90°, we were like more of a full rounded band in that we all had our parts. You know, I did the high parts, Joey was in the middle, Lance was in the bottom, Justin was in the middle doing a lot of the leads, JC was in the middle doing a lot of leads. But it was, when we were together, we knew that those were our parts. Like, that's just what you do. Sure, sometimes some of us would get solos on things, but that wasn't really our sound. And, you know, same with these guys, Jeff and Nick do a lot of the singing, and with Backstreet, Nick and AJ, well, it used to be Brian too, but they were, I don't mean like that.
He has a great voice. It sucks that he has.
Nick started to take over more of the stuff, so I mean, God, give me all again. But you know, we were all a little different type of bands, meaning that we were kind of more well-rounded bands. Not that these guys aren't, but they are more individualistic than kind of we
They
were.
were all based on quartets and quintets, like harmony bass, tenor bass, you know, second tenor, stuff like that. So if it, you know, we were influenced, and I think you guys were as well, by all those doo-wop groups and barbershop types of music, and you know, Boys to Men, who was all the idols. So, you
Let's open this up to questions.
All right, if you have a question, you can come down here and line up with these two.
We don't take questions on impractical jokers, though, so.
Make sure
Oh.
to say your name and where you're from. Keep your question to a question, please.
All right, let's start over there.
Hi guys, I'm Fatima from Connecticut. So Joey, I know you remember last year at 90's Con, Nick had all of you guys sing a song together with TLC, and there were a lot of hits. So I was wondering if the three of you would like to.
Are you forcing?
I'm
That's more of a request than a question.
asking nicely if you guys would like to sing us a song.
Hey, I would like to say though, I'm the only one here that's been in a band with both of these guys.
You were?
Because I was in a band with Jeff, and I was,
What was you? Joey.
Joey. I was in a band with Joey as well, because Jeff and I did
Sure shot.
Yeah, we did a TV show.
You guys, I can tell by the reaction.
It was a show, just so you know.
I saw him sing
No,
that
I don't know
show.
what songs would we, the three of us, even know?
Yeah, we don't know this.
I'm just saying there was a song and choreo. Joey.
They had to practice.
Well, that's because honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
Did
we
you just
did
see
practice it
Jeff
backstage
Timmons
when
do
we
the
did.
box step?
I did, I recorded that.
You did not hear us sing "Give Me One More Night" Una Noche?
Can you do it one more time?
I can see it in your. What's it? How's it go?
Give me just one night.
Una Noche.
Moment to be by your side. Give me just one night.
What?
Yeah, Jeff Timmons. By the way, Jeff Timmons has one of my favorite voices in all of the bands. I
Thank
love
you, Chris.
Jeff.
You should sing more.
You should sing nice about that. Thank you, Chris. I love that. doing that band, the show I did with you, is when I really was like, dang, Jeff's got a really cool voice.
You can sing.
Oh, the sign!
Well, when I'm not listening.
Maybe we'll do later on. We'll sing. Sorry, we just do it in a note. Next question. Sorry. Okay.
Hi, I'm Jamie from North Texas. I know 98 Degrees, you guys did the first Pop 2K, and thank you NSYNC for hosting the Pop 2K. Do you guys ever think about joining them again? Because I come every year and we like to have 98
No.
Degrees back.
Just kidding.
No.
No, yeah. I mean, it all depends on time. It all depends on. But if they gotta, you guys coming back out again, right? What Pop 2K, right? You guys doing?
You mean the Pop 2K O-Town?
Yeah, but I think 98 Degrees and
Well, we did something
one
called
year
Buy
ago.
2K, which they stole from us.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, so
Same concept. No, but yeah, no, we really enjoyed that. I mean, that was our first time. I've always been a fan of O-Town, but unfortunately, you know, as awesome as O-Town is and how well they did, they get knocked because they came towards the end of that era, right? So they didn't get the flowers that they deserved, but we loved them. We've always been a fan, always respected them. We enjoyed our time with them on tour. They're super cool guys. I often join the Pop 2K version of it.
You're gonna be joining it. Come on up.
Yeah, April 1st, I'll be with Chris
Are you
hosting.
coming to Dallas? Are you coming to
I don't know if I'll be on that one because you know I think we're starting to get some things going with 98 Degrees again. But
Again, he
I
works.
He actually has a job, a real
we all
job.
Alright, love seeing you guys at Windstar.
Thank you. Thanks for coming all the way from Texas.
Speaking of town, let's get the shrimp
I
on.
know, speaking of town, yeah. Hi, Jessica from New York. So my question is, out of all of your albums, do you wish that any song in particular would be more like put out there, like my personal, from like NSYNC? Oh, there's so many. But It Makes Me Ill would have been a good one. So
What about I Need Love? That's a block smash. Riddle. What's the riddle of it all? What's the riddle of it all? It's impossible. That song sucks.
That's my cleaning song at home. So when I get pumped, I play that and I get done in like an hour.
It's my sleeping song when I think I never want to tour again. I put
I really like though, and it was a cool way that we opened up the show on one of our tours was Do Your Thing. I wish that was a song.
I thought you were going to say the first one, and here we go. I was like, yeah, I'm
No,
gonna join you.
we're good. We did that in Europe. But yeah, I would say that.
I thought their version of Sailing was pretty awesome. I know it did well, but I thought that's a great song and probably a better version than the original. I think. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Was you guys right?
Yeah.
That's what actually.
They could do those harmonies.
I'm Carly from Orlando, Florida, and I want to know if you could go back and tell your younger self a piece of advice, what would it be?
Put the piece of cake down.
Stay away from Joey Fatone.
Don't touch it.
When he's eating cake.
You know what? Somebody asked me that question as far as if anything I would change in a sense, and I don't think so. Even from the ups and downs, because you learn from those mistakes. So that's something that if I didn't learn it then, something may happen to where I would learn it later in life. But I'm glad a lot of the stuff that I did learn as an early and a younger age, where now I know that I really should invest my money and not just blow it like an idiot when you're young and you go, ooh, I want a couch that has different colors on it.
Probably shouldn't have a
Expensive.
turntable in my garage so my car spins.
I shouldn't have a Star Wars theater in my house either.
Shouldn't put a hibachi grill in the middle of my pool.
Should have put a TV lamp in a theater room with.
A Star Wars theater room that costs more than the house.
It did. That's a true story.
I wish we were
Don't do
doing
that,
jokes
kids.
like
Don't be an idiot like Joey. Don't buy a cheaper house and then put like a lot of money in the theater.
He really had a movie theater in his house that was cost more than the house. So when he sold this was ridiculous. Sorry to throw you under the bus.
Anyway, no. To get back to the not to be the serious one all the time.
Told you.
I was serious.
Not to be the serious one all the time, but let me be the serious
No,
one.
but look, so I agree with what Joey said wholeheartedly. Like, I wouldn't change a thing. Even like you said, the ups and downs, you need those to grow, right? You need to be out of your comfort zone. That's great. I love the whole entire experience. It was like a dream come true. But I think the one thing with my group across the board is I wish we would have had more fun. We enjoyed it. We loved it. We're appreciative of it. we expressed our gratitude for the opportunity, but we were always so type A, always working, you know. And
Always so serious.
Well, you know what? We look at our competition, what we got compared to, right? So we were always
We weren't
like,
serious.
We were always like, man, there's NSYNC right there, there's Backstreet right there. So I think now that we're older, it's all about fun, right? We have all the fun in the world. I just wish I would have told my younger self, like, take a deep breath, look around what you got going on. This is amazing. Enjoy it a little bit.
Maybe you should talk to our other guys and say, hey, it would be fun.
Yeah, so,
I like fun.
yeah, no question. We have a blast now. I mean,
Do you need a band member? I mean, you can have a fifth member in the group.
you're welcome anytime.
I appreciate that. I mean, we could get, I could be Drew.
Yeah, but Drew's already in the group.
And Drew's a lot.
You gotta be your own thing, man.
I'm sorry. I gotta work out too. Never
Be
mind.
Joey.
Can't be
We
your
love
group.
Joey. Be
We
Joey.
love Joe.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
As annoying as you are, you're endearing.
I'm glad that
and
two of
you
you
love
love me. Appreciate it. That's right.
Hey guys, my name is Karen. I'm from Clifton Park, New York. My question is for all three of you. So everyone out here has our favorite memories of when we first saw you guys performing, but as a whole, is there something that sticks out in your mind where you think back on the longevity of your career? When is the moment you guys knew that you had made it?
We made it.
Look like we made it. For me, you know, we were in Europe and we were doing all these big shows, but we really didn't know they were big shows. So like when we came back over here and we did like the Jay Leno show, for those of you who don't know that, it was like Jimmy Fallon.
It's like Johnny. It was in between Johnny Carson
nobody
and
knows
Jay.
Sure, of course.
I'm just trying to compare.
90's people.
Maybe we got some tweeners in there or
Right,
something.
that, but the real, I think for me, the pinnacle one thing is I know like a lot of celebrities, when they do this show, it's like the celebrity, it's like the Stones, it's like these people, we did The Simpsons. And that was one of the pinnacle, I was like, we made it, we're on The Simpsons. What about you?
Oh, for me, I think it's same kind of thing. Tonight Show. You know, you heard your song on the radio, but you know the label's telling you, yeah, you still got to get out there and you got to work and you know keep grinding and all that stuff. But when we did the Tonight Show, we did it with Stevie Wonder. That's the first time we appeared on the Tonight Show. Yeah, from Milan with Disney. So I was like, oh, the Tonight
I'm
Show,
a fan.
Disney, Stevie Wonder. It was like, you know, that was a pretty crazy surreal experience.
Right?
True to your heart, yeah. Exactly. Chris?
I think like Joey said, you know, it was different. First time we ever went over to Europe, we just signed a record deal, and they basically threw us on a stage and said, you're performing at this giant like festival, and we're like, we only do a cappella songs right now. They're like, do the songs. So we get up there and we do the songs, and there's just screaming kids everywhere, and they have all this like Orlando Magic jersey stuff. We're like, holy cow! We've made it. They all like we just got a deal, and they've got Orlando stuff. They know us, and then they started yelling Backstreet Boys. And we're like, oh.
We were the redheaded stepchildren when we went to
We were
Europe.
definitely the redheaded stepchildren. But coming here and then you know seeing those things, or the Disney special, when we did that Disney special, it was kind of a moment. The first time I remember we were in LA. Getting ready to get on a plane back to Europe to do more promotion over there, and we're about to walk down, and this girl goes, "Oh my God, it's those boys! It's the NSYNC boys!" And we were all like, "Did you speak English? You know who we are?" So somewhere she probably has no idea. Somewhere she doesn't know this, but we all talk about it all the time. How that was a moment for us. We were like, Americans know us, you know, and nothing against Europe, but we just didn't understand it as much, and it's hard to tell your friends, yeah, we just did Boss Get Up, it was crazy. And you're like, what? Like, thousands of people watching, they're like, yeah, it's not the Tonight
Radio
Show.
Regenbogen. Yeah,
No, it was
Viva was the network.
yeah, what was the big one that Thomas Gottschalk did?
Oh gosh, I can't remember.
Thomas Gottschalk, it was like,
Now we're trying
Vendas.
Vendas.
Vendas. Hey, we just did
It was the
Vendas.
equivalent of like the Tonight Show.
No, they only do it once a month.
That was even bigger.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. You're welcome.
We really went around that question, sorry.
My name is Louis from Connecticut. I'm excited to hear that 98 Degrees is making some new music. So the question for NSYNC, not now, but back in the day, were there ever any actual plans and recording sessions for a fourth album that never got released?
Any songs you got about? What he said to me was no. I said no. You know what though, we did have, which is weird enough, and I think my dad found somewhere, and I think all of us probably have a copy of it, but we recorded before we did the No Strings Attached album, we started recording a whole album, and then when correct me if I'm wrong, Christopher, when the lawsuit happened, everything happened with Luke Perlman, that album was basically, because since he used and everything, we could use any of that, and then we had to start kind of from scratch as far as a record deal and a record company. So there's about 7 or 8
Those
songs.
songs sucked anyways, though.
No, there's like 2 or 3 that are good. Other than that, not so good. But there were 2 or 3 really good. Actually, the slow song was really good on there, remember? And everything else was okay. But it was really crazy because they never came out. And there's actually songs that we recorded, but
I think
it wasn't
some of
for
those
the fourth
got,
album.
but I think some of those got released on like the winter
Well, that's when
album.
I started loving you. I think it's one
And were you gonna say like Brighter Side of Darkness?
Right,
I think that's a
but there's
winter
some,
album.
there was some other ones that were weird.
Backstreet recorded them.
Yes.
There was this one called Get Down we liked a lot. There was Everybody. There was Quit Playing Games something.
Why? It's Backstreet.
We can't do it as good as they did, that's why.
Yes, we can. I just love starting stuff because you guys just never. Did you hear what Joey said about one time I did that Backstreet Army? He whooped my butt. They yelled at me because I said on something, I was joking and I talked to Nick about it. They were like, oh, you know, Backstreet's on tour. You know, are you guys gonna be on tour? I said, no, they needed the money. That's why they were talking about that. And everyone was like, you're a jerk, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, there's actually a picture of me where Nick is handing me money and I'm
There are Backstreet Boys fans walking out of here right now.
we do it.
I go to tweet.
They're like, I like Backstreet 98 Degrees. Screw these other 2 dudes.
So again, always a friendly thing. I talk to Nick a lot, sometimes even more than Chris. So yeah,
I don't talk to Nick that much.
I like him.
Oh, you mean talk to me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not nice.
Hi guys, my name is Amy from Westchester County, New York. So my one and only brush with the law was at age 13.
I like where this is going already.
New York City,
I'm in
Rockefeller
Mexico.
Center, tree lighting. I snuck back to NSYNC soundstage somehow, sound check. I got kicked out by the NYPD. But anyways, so that's a very memorable venue. My question is for all of you guys, what's the most memorable venue you've ever performed at?
You're gonna say the most memorable brush with the law.
I have 3 minutes left on this clock.
Jeffrey?
It's really tough. I mean, there are so many awesome, amazing, you know, like legendary ones, like Madison Square Garden.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese is always great, especially these guys, the Bears.
That's Showbiz Pizza. Chucky's a mouse.
Same thing. I don't know. What's one for you?
I think when we did Rock in Rio, it wasn't a venue. It was just doing Rock in Rio, and it was an outdoor thing, and they had it set up so they had this huge stage, and it was like us and Brittany and some other people, and the stage would just rotate, and all of our stuff would be on this one stage and would rotate out. And we got out there to perform, and we looked out, and you'd look as far as you could see and still see that there were people going, because it was like 750,000 people or something like that. So just to be in that moment or be around that, you're like, those people in the back probably are carrying on a conversation. They don't even know we're on stage right now. It's so far. But that type of thing, when you can do something like that and look out and just go like, holy, what the heck has happened? How did we get here? Kind of
That beat was Super Bowl.
90 Degrees is doing this year's Super Bowl. Just throw that in there.
Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl's good. That'd be fun. We need to, that'd be fun to do. So
That would go over great.
Step back, everything. Every song just matched up together, one big. They all sound the same, so it's might as well be.
Baby, when the Nets go out, get out of here, bud!
I guess now it's time. No, you take that.
Oh, see what he did there? Only like a couple people are left. Just take that.
Well, guys, this has been so much fun. Thank you guys for all coming to this amazing event.
Give it up for the boys up here. Come on.